Good morning, students. Let us begin the very first chapter of our class 7 supplementary reader. The name of the chapter is The Tiny Teacher. The chapter Tiny Teacher itself depicts the dedication of the smallest creature, the creature mentioned in the story, that is an ant, towards the duties assigned to them to perform in a very sincere way. They perform their duties in a very sincere way. People should learn these qualities from these wisest creatures, the qualities like hard work, sense of duty and discipline, loyalty towards the land they live. The theme of the story is Life of an Ant, Nature and Biology. Let us begin with the first paragraph. The chapter begins with the question answered by the narrator himself. What exactly the tiny teacher is? Who the tiny teacher is? Is it a mosquito, worm, or a fly? No, but the smallest one is ant. The narrator himself tells that the story is about an ant. We can commonly see ant in our house, some small, some big. The ant has very different kind of communication. Yes, these tiny animals and creatures communicate with each other using their antenna, or also called as feelers. The way of living of an ant is very complex to us, but very systematic and piece of cake, an easy task for these hard-working ants. Their life sounds almost untrue to us. After reading this chapter, you will come to know about many of the facts related to their life. Some people have kept ant as pet for research and study and found how they behave and live, which was very strange. After this, we can know that the fact that the hard-working and intelligent creature the ant is. The chapter tells us that how hardworking, how intelligent the ant is. Moving to the second paragraph, the author states in the second paragraph how an ant uses its feeler or antenna to talk to each other, to communicate to each other by passing messages moving in a straight line. You might have watched that the ant always move in a row. You might have seen that they move in a proper row up and down the wall. But you have noticed they move in a proper row and each ant greets all the other ants coming from the opposite side by touching their feelers or antenna. Can you guess why do they touch their feelers and antenna? This is in order to communicate with each other. So the video will be continued in the next video. Hello students, let us continue the chapter The Tiny Teacher with the third paragraph. In the third paragraph, the narrator tells us about the kind of ants. How many kinds of ants are there? He says that there are commonly two kinds of ants, that is red and black. We have seen both these kind of ants since we were small children. But have you ever paid attention to them or watched them closely? Do you know where do they live? Do they have comfortable homes? The answer is yes. The ants live in their comfortable homes called nest or anthill. I hope you might have seen an anthill. An anthill is commonly found in a kitchen garden or a huge field of land. It's just a mound of soil. But what is exactly inside it? You will be surprised to know that each anthill has 100 of little rooms and passages the way to move. In some of these rooms, the queen ant lays eggs. Now the chapter will tell you that how these anthills are built up, what is inside these anthills, what exactly do they look like, and you will be amazed to know that it has so many rooms and sections and passages to move from here to there. The first one are the rooms where the queen ant lays its egg. These are the superior rooms, the bigger rooms. Then there is a huge family of ants. The ant family is a big family. It includes queen ant, workers, soldiers, grubs. Grubs are the young ants, which later on, within a period of 3 to 4 weeks, they become the healthy ants, young ants. The other rooms are nurseries for the young ones or grubs where they are brought up with care. Some rooms are kept reserved for the young ones, for the newborn babies, newborn ants, where they are being taken care after. Some quarters are reserved for soldiers and workers. Some rooms are the storehouses where they store the collected food. You might be knowing that ant keeps on collecting the food, and these storehouses are used to collect the food item. Soldiers have a separate barracks and room. No worker can enter the soldiers' area. It is amazing that even the soldier ants have their separate rooms and the common ants are not allowed to enter that area. No ant ever harm the young ant or grub, and the unity and the loving thing about the ant is that they never harm their young ones or the little ones of them. All look after them, and love and affection is the most important things. They care after their babies just as the human being do. Some ant act as a cleaner and keeps their surrounding hygienic. There are also cleaner ants who keep and maintain the hygiene of their ant hill. So you can imagine the mound of soil you know by the name of ant hill is so systematically built up by these tiny creatures who live in a peaceful life, working with coordination, love, affection, with number of group and their huge family. We will come to know more about the life of ant in the next. Hello students, in the last video we explored the ant hill. Now let us move further to the fourth paragraph. The fourth paragraph explains that who heads the ant hill, who is the head who maintains the discipline in the ant hill. It states that as we all have the head of the family, in the same way the entire ant hill, the population of ant colony, is looked after by the queen ant, who acts like a mother to all of them. Some amazing fact to know about the queen ant. We can know some of the amazing facts from the story about the queen ant. That is, number 1, queen ant can live up to 15 years. The queen ant has a life of 15 years. Number 2, queen ant has a pair of wings and bites them off at the wedding flight. When at first the queen ant is inside the ant hill, she has a pair of wings, but later on when she fly, why she fly? Her flight is called as wedding flight. Wedding flight is a summer day flight. In a summer day, the queen leaves a nest and goes out to meet a male ant or drone in order to reproduce some new eggs. And on returning back to the nest, the queen ant do nothing but shed off get rid of her wings and only lays eggs. Now she will only lay egg. Nothing else will be done by the queen ant. So these were some of the amazing facts about the queen ant. Let's move on to paragraph 5. When eggs hatch, grubs, that is young ants, come out and soldiers take care of them. When the eggs hatch, what happens? The next step is, as soon as the eggs are there in the ant hill, the soldiers are ready. They know very well that they have to take care of the young ants in the nurseries that is kept separated in a separate section of ant hill. They take care of the grubs same as humans. They clean them, feed them, carry them out to sunlight for fresh air and sunshine. They also make them do some exercises same as your grandmother used to do when you were the small child. In 2 to 3 weeks the grubs become cocoons, and now they can live without food and water for 2-3 more weeks. After which finally the cocoon breaks and the perfect baby ant comes out. Now the baby ant is to be trained. The baby ant need to be given some training. They learn their duties, become the workers, builder, soldier, cleaner, and after a few weeks of training, the small ant is now perfectly ready to go out to the big world of work, where she will also give her contribution in socializing with the life of rest of the ant colony. That's all for today's video. Hello students, let us move to the last part of the chapter, the tiny teacher. Here are some of the more amazing facts about the ant in the ant hill. In the sixth paragraph, the narrator states that how an ant is also a social animal. It does not socialize only with its ant colony and ant family, but with some other similar creatures and insects. They usually share their anthills with beetles like grasshopper, crickets, lesser breeds of ants, some other breeds of ant, and the green fly. But the question is why the ant would welcome these strangers to their house. We usually do not allow the strangers to our house. So why these ants are allowing the strangers to their house? The reasons are mentioned in the story. Some of the reasons are: number one, some creatures give pleasant smell to the ants. When some of the creatures like the grasshopper, cricket and other beetles enters the anthill, they give some fragrance and a smell which is pleasant for the ants. Just like you apply the air freshener to your home and rooms. Number two, some other gives sweet juices. Using their fillers, they can pass the sweet juices from one creature to other. Some of the creature act as pat to the ants, same way dogs and cats to human beings. Like dogs and cats are our pets, in the same way some of the creatures are pet to their tiny ants, the young ants. The most important, the green fly. Green fly act as ants' cow. It gives honeydew. Honeydew is a milk-like substance with a touch of their antenna. Again, the honeydew is also passed through the fillers antenna. It's like a human consume cow's milk, same way as we consume the cow milk, the ant consume the green fly's honeydew. The last paragraph. Really, it's amazing to see and imagine that an ant lives such a systematic and amazing life. This paragraph covers the praises to the ant, that how amazing it was to see the life of ants and how systematic way they live. Now the question arises at last. The question is, have humans learned as much as ants? As we came to know that ants live such a systematic life, do we have, being a human beings, have also learned such a good things? Perhaps they have, but the thing of pity is they did not use it for good deeds as the ants do. Humans fight with each other, feel embarrassed to work for others in certain cases, but the ant is a real social beings. Humans still need to learn some of the important things from the tiny teachers. The narrator states that the human being need to learn from these tiny teachers some of the amazing things like hard work, sense of duty and discipline, cleanliness, care for young ones, and most importantly, loyalty to the land they live in, to maintain the place where they are living. So we can conclude that why an ant is called as the tiny teacher in the chapter. Working intelligently and bravely like them and behaving in non-interfering way, we too can live a peaceful life, taking them as our tiny teachers.